Well, good afternoon and welcome to this special edition of the Island Stats Sports Talk. I'm your host, Earl Basin. Joining me is the president of the Bermuda National Athletic Association, Dr. Freddie Evans. Yesterday, I spoke with the NACAC president with regards to Carifta 2022 now having a home of Jamaica. You guys would have found this out on Saturday that the government of Jamaica would have approved in hosting next year's Carifta Games. But I want to talk more about our athletes and what does this mean for them in preparation. How do we plan? How do we prepare? What's the first step in working towards the end goal of qualifying and traveling to Jamaica?
Well, first of all, good afternoon, Earl. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you for the things that you do to support sports throughout this country. I will begin with what you do helps every sport and helps every athlete see themselves, see their success, and start to project themselves on different levels. So a lot of that starts with you. So I'm grateful for that.
Thank you.
First and foremost, man, we get back to competition. You were there last week with us. We had a big good cross-country event ran by the Bermuda Pacers track club. Over 100 athletes, most of them young people, out for the first time running in difficult conditions, still giving us quality times. So that starts to set the trend. Next Saturday, we're at Botanical Gardens. Now, let me get that straight. I'm sorry. We're at the Arboretum with and Wayne Bean's track club. He has a lot of young athletes who are really excited. And so that starts to get us in motion back to competition. 2 years without competition would be hard to prepare for anything. But now we have something on the horizon and really plan to go at it. Locally, we'll start building into our track meets in the new year. We're looking to do something potentially on December 10th, either an odd event meet in the evening or a sort of relay, or even just a mile race just to introduce us back to the track. As you will recall, December 10th would have been our qualifying day for Front Street Mile. And since all of that is not going to happen, we plan on utilizing that day to launch our track season.
Yeah. Now, obviously, in talking with the president of NACAC last evening, one of the things I indicated was had that come up about that age, the age being under 20, under 18, or under 17 divisions. We have an abundance of young talent who are applying their trade in school right now, and they'll go into their indoor season rather soon, finishing their cross country. How does that help you guys in looking at the possibility of some of those athletes meeting the qualifying standard, and when will the qualifying standard for us be posted with regards to them meeting those goals?
First of all, I'll answer your second question first. Qualifying will be out by the end of November. Second of all, I'm hesitant to say, but we're cautiously optimistic. We have potential to have an under 20 team stronger than we've had in a long time. In fact, most of the strength of our team has usually been under 17. And then we have a few under 20. But this we'll be rolling in quite strong with all of our college freshmen. It's only regrettable that Isabella Dutrenoid and Ryan Otterbridge have kind of aged out, because they would have been quality. But all the athletes that are freshmen in college will be eligible. All the athletes that are overseas in high school will be eligible, because they have a chance to compete. I'm thinking that they will really get the opportunity to make that standard, and then we'll just go at them. You and I, off the record, have talked about something that I'm trying to produce in April, and we're closer. It's on the NACAC calendar now, so we're very close, so we can touch about that. And the reason I want to talk that is because I do hope to have a Carifta showcase. That's April 12th, before everyone would depart for Carifta, get those athletes who are qualified in these shows before that pro meet starts. to create a different kind of energy and synergy around that. I mean, even if they, do a time trial, running for a personal best by themselves in front of a crowd, maybe even putting their Bermuda kit on for the first time, that starts your juices flowing, and we're gonna fly out probably that Wednesday or Thursday headed to Jamaica. That sets a lot of people, so I'm excited about that too.
I know you've been meeting with the coaches and, trying to make sure that everybody's got a buy-in and every club has a say in how we move forward together. Not everybody's going to agree, but at least they all have an opportunity to have a say in how we move forward. But since the news, what is the response been like from those coaches in coming up with plans and ideas for their particular athletes that they want to kind of push towards that Carifta Team 2022?
So I'll answer your question this way: not so much with the announcement of Carifta in Jamaica. Everybody's just kind of relieved that there will be a Carifta, and we're just hoping the world maintains so we can have that Carifta. But um, from my reintroduction to our coaches as the president, I have to say candidly that they're just so on board, and the collegiality, want to work together. Everybody's working together for athletes. Trying, even pulling off the cross country. And I don't know if you noticed, we had representatives from every club out there supporting as volunteers. So there were
Mm-hmm.
MAC parents, there were DNA parents, DNA head coach was out there helping out. And it was a pacer event, and the same will happen next Saturday. So, and Dash parents were out there too. When you start naming stuff, you don't want to leave anybody out. So
That's right.
it was well represented by everybody, and for me, I won't call it a different synergy, but there is a collective energy for everyone. Let's do this together. Let's do what's best for athletes, and let's have some fun doing it while we're working at it.
Mm. Talk about Saturday because, I mean, okay, your first event as a president, as the president of the Bermuda National Athletic Association, must be overwhelming to see that the season has started yet again. Hopefully, we can keep this COVID thing under control and we let our athletes be able to express themselves in the best way that they would like to, and that's doing sport.
For sure, absolutely. Um, Actually, it didn't really dawn. It was my first event as the president. 'Cause, I mean, you know me. This is what I do all the time. So I was out
Mhm.
there doing what I do, and only when President of Pacers, who was on the microphone, Wayne Rayner, wanted to welcome the president of BNNA, and I looked, oh, he's talking about me. Thanks, Wayne. Are you serious? I'm I'm out here like I always do. Like I didn't expect anything extra. Um, so that's the only time I really kind of like, oh, you do have a different role and different responsibilities, and people will see you as that. But that's all well and good. I mean, those are things that come with the territory, but that's also kind of things I've always done. You know,
Mm.
I am surprised people in the community congratulate me and wish you well, and so there's a lot of track fans out there, and there's a lot of support. So hopefully we can capitalize on all of that and make it work for athletes.
Yeah. So, off the top of your head, what will be a schedule of qualifying? I know you talked about December 10th, possibly utilizing that date as an odd meet. I mean, how many track meets do you think you're going to need to allow these athletes to meet qualifying standards, and how do you want the public to support?
So it'll be a very short calendar. Unfortunately, January, February, March, April, you're going. So the end of April, we'll have to pick a team. I'm sorry, the end of March, we have to pick a team
Mm-hmm.
because in 2 weeks they'll be going away. Um, so we will be pushing. The We have some misnomers in our old calendar. We have things that say Carifta qualifiers, but we actually don't operate that way. If you run the qualifying standard in any meet, including your, we can verify the time. We acknowledge you as a qualifier. So every
Mm-hmm.
time we hit the track, we're looking for qualifiers. And so hopefully January, and I hope it would build up the the middle distance and distance runners will probably be first because they're coming across country season. Sprinters have
Yes.
a while to build up a little bit, and same with the jumpers, horizontal and vertical, and the same with the throwers. But you know, Terry Lynn Painter would break my leg if I didn't mention how her throwers are doing too. So let me throw that in right now. Ran across my and
She would rake me across the coals for not letting you say it either.
the sister's a police officer, man. She'll take me right down. But anyway, but all jokes aside, you know, she's just done an excellent job with revitalizing throwing program, and you know, where they had 4 qualifiers for the last Carifta, and I would expect even more. So that's going to be exciting. But every time we take the track, we're going to be looking for qualifiers. And so everybody, all the coaches, all the work that they're doing during the week with their athletes and their parents, all the communications that they're doing is all built on, hey, let's make this standard. Let's get qualified and then see what we can do for Carifta.
I could almost envision a few of those sprinters, their coaches are now telling them, hey, come on, you're going to do cross country just to get that stamina up and running as we head into the season.
Absolutely. You know, people ask why do we do that, and you know, it's really to build up that strength and stamina, and also you can train to be quick for 100-meter, 200 meters, and not be strong enough to get through rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a great first race, and as you advance through the meet, you're not strong enough to continue at that pace, and you end up not getting the results you were looking for. So yeah, we want them to run cross country. We got coaches taking athletes to the weight room. Devon Bean has been leading that charge, and he has relationships with a couple of gyms in the island, and so we've been able to take advantage of that and spinning classes. And so, you know, I'm just looking for great things. And then as you reflect, I mean, you were there Saturday, and again, I'm appreciative of that. Mac has a ton of children. Now we got to keep them on our side and keep them going triathlon side, but that's a healthy competition we're willing to have, so we're going to push for that. So Mac is strong, BNAA is strong, Dash is always going to be strong with sprinters, and you know, they're looking to recruit more, and of course, you know, Pacers is the granddaddy club of them all, and Pacers still has a stable of young athletes ready to go at it, so we're excited.
All right. Well, we look forward to, obviously, Arboretum next cross country, and then looking forward to a schedule for the track meets as we prepare for Carifta in Jamaica in 2022. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, sir. All right. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for all you do.
All right. Appreciate it.
Take care.